Good morning. It's August 6th and I'm with Craig and Rachel and Chelsea and Adam and I'm going to let Craig and Rachel do the talking now and explain what they're doing with their fish count program. Go ahead.
All right. Well, we're here to fish shock, which is sampling the population of fish from this point here up to around the bend, which is based on 35 times mean stream width. It's a protocol that we follow throughout Wisconsin. We've been monitoring the site for about 8 years now. Every year it's tied into tracking global warming and changes in fish populations. And this stream itself is groundwater fed, so the correlation between the fish population and groundwater is really important. So you can see over here the water height gauge that USGS in cooperation with others put in. It's actually tracking the flow through the stream, but as a corollary for the groundwater flow. Mm-hmm. There are, I believe, other pipes going in that will measure groundwater flow as well. So our job today is to see what lives here and then compare it year to year.
So you're saying that they're going to make enhancements to the current water gauging station here to add more pipes to measure a different aspect of the groundwater flow?
Rather than enhancements, they won't add to this station. This is strictly flow for the stream, but I believe they might put in piezometer wells, just sinking wells essentially, and then measuring the height of the groundwater table.
Interesting.
And that should be a reflection, if we get years and years of data, what the impacts of climate change might be.
Now, you mentioned that you were going to shock from here all the way up to the bend in the river. Did you guys, as you pulled your gear down the river, did you leave something back there? Did you leave an electrode or something to bounce off of? Or how do you define the stretch of river that you're going to be shocking on? What naturally defines the boundaries in this process?
The protocol first laid down over many years, but it's established by John Lyons, one of our Bureau of Fish Research scientists, is if you measure the stream width and you do it 10 times over a certain length, you'll get a mean stream width. And if you do 35 times that mean stream width, that captures the different habitats that occur in a stream, like riffles, bends, or runs. So it's representative of the whole reach. And use the fish that live there to compare to the habitat, because we also come back and do habitat measurements, depth, sediment, stream width, the types of sediment that's on the bottom. Is it cobble? Is it gravel? Things like that.
And see how it changes.
Yes.
But I'm still not understanding though. You're going to set your electrodes up down here. Would you want to describe the process instead of me asking dumb questions?
Well, I don't know if you can see it, but we have a piece of equipment that we call our stream shocker down here. It's got
we'll get better views of that when you get this stuff set up. So just go ahead and explain how you're going to do it.
Releases the charge, and we put the anodes, our probes, in the water, and then they complete the circuit. So it's probably about a 20-foot area around the stream shocker that gets the current that allows the fish to come up, and we collect them.
But
as we go.
What I'm trying to understand is you mentioned 35 times mean stream width as being a length of river that you're trying to measure. How does the placement of these probes equate to the actual length of river that you're trying to test? That's what I'm not understanding.
Okay. We've measured out 35 times mean stream width, which is somewhere around 210 meters, something like that? Okay. So we've measured out from here 320 meters upstream, which is essentially up to the bend. So we have a distance of river to sample, and then we use the stream shocker, and we literally walk upstream, sampling about a 20-foot radius as we go upstream. And all the fish that are in that area, the shocking area, we net up and put in our bins, and then we identify them and count them at the end.
Got it. So you're going to be mobile and moving up the stream. That's what I wasn't getting before.
And as you get some documentation, you'll see how it works. There's a 20-foot radius where fish that are there feel the electrical flow. As you get into about 10 foot, there's actually an attractant pull. The fish will actually orient themselves towards the tip of the probe and swim towards it. And depending on the species of fish, somewhere around 5 feet or so, you'll get what they call taxis, where their muscles completely clamp up, and then their swim bladders that are in the fish. If they're seized up, then they'll float up to the surface, and then you net them up. And once they're out of the current, then they're fine.
Excellent. Well, I think we got a good summary. Is there anything we'll get some action? It'll be interesting to document the process as we go upstream. Is there anything you want to add at this point to generally what you're trying to accomplish here?
I think Craig covered it well.
Okay, excellent. Thank you very much.